set to head down to the field for John Pearson.
Well, it was a jolly good night. That's a Jolly Good Soda is the sponsor. But the way you guys came out in this one was incredible. And Connor Stauff, you have obviously a big part of that. Talk about, because Slinger, we hear how big they are, and they are big, and they kept looking like they were going to respond, but you guys would stop that response. Talk about just kind of the approach tonight.
We're going to take whatever they gave us. We know that they had some big guys up in the front, so if they gave us a small box, we were going to run it. If they put a lot of people in that box, we were going to throw the ball, and that's what we did. So
there was a little mystery to the way this year would go. Obviously, there's this quarterback from last year that everybody knows about, but the way you guys responded as a team, your quarterback this year is kind of like, obviously you felt some confidence in him, but the way the whole team responded when there were guys that needed to step up, obviously you'd done it for a couple years. Talk about where the team stepped up this year.
I mean, everybody stepped up. I mean, I know I was coming from a sophomore, I had a big role just coming out here, but I mean, everybody has a role on this field. So I mean, from scout team to if you're on kick return, kick off, I mean, everybody has a role out there. So I mean, I'm cheering on everybody whenever they're out there. So yeah.
And when you can see what this means to this town, there's 2 high schools, but the whole town is rooting for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, some of my best buddies are up there from West, so I mean, it's good having them here cheering us on through this run.
All right, well, no, on the defensive side, but you got to do some offensive damage tonight too. Yeah. But again, same thing when you see 3 or 4 times it looked like Slinger was going to do something to you and somebody would step up and make a play on defense.
You know, we've been working all week, doing checks, watching film, and that was a big part. And had good practices. I'm glad with the outcome and glad our players stepped up for sure.
Obviously, you guys have been your playoff team. It's pretty normal, but when did you know that could be something special this year?
Just the chemistry from the start of in the summer, you know, morning lifts, everything, the chemistry has always been there. We lost a lot of good seniors last year, but we had a lot of young guys step up, had great chemistry this year. You know, I'm glad with the outcome that's happened so far for sure.
And why is it so important when you guys run over and sing to those people?
Honestly, just it feels great, you know, have the city behind us, always supporting us, you know, especially being the only town left, you know, it feels great to always be there for sure.
All right, and there aren't many teams left in this year. These 2 guys, the jolly good players of the game, but we could have picked a couple others too. But big week next week. We don't know exactly where it'll be, but just a huge, huge performance from the very start, guys.
Thank you, John.